Awesome. Are you ready? Are you energized? Let's do this. So the second video, we want to focus on the wheel of life, measuring where we are. It is said that you cannot manage what you don't measure. Again, you cannot manage what you don't measure. The wheel of life is a tool that mirrors into your soul, the measure of your daily habits, your routines, your thought processes, the actions that evolve or emerge from these thought processes, the habits, the routines, and the actions. It shows how you're thriving or not and where you're struggling and can afford you the opportunity to course correct. At Leader Freak International, we believe that there are 10 critical domains of every person's life, which must be harmonized in order to live a very fulfilling life. They are number one, health and fitness, number two, intellectual life, number three, emotional health, number four, character, number five, spiritual life, number six, love and romance, number seven, parenting and all family, number eight, social networks, number nine, financial health, number 10, career and business. These are the 10 critical domains of every single person's life. Think about it. You are the sum total of all these domains, though we oftentimes prioritize a handful, neglecting the others, which creates internal and external conflicts we do not care to admit and to resolve. Let me explain what these domains are and ask a few questions I encourage you to answer. When you have answered each domain correctly, honestly, I want you to now take the next step and score yourself against each particular domain. This is not to shame you. This is for us to assess where you are honestly and then build upon it to make sure that we're closer to where we are every day. Before we begin, kindly take a journal. I know you're teachers, you're always giving instructions, so you may not like instructions, but I plead with you to please get a journal and then list all the domains that I spoke about earlier. Or simply listen to me and list them as you go. Pay attention to the meaning and questions and grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Drum roll, boom, 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 boom. Number one, health and fitness. Your physical well being is the foundation for every other domain. Without health, teaching and living fully become difficult. According to research finding from the World Health Organization, things like regular exercises reduce stress and improves memory and concentration by up to a whopping 20%. It is also said that we need to have about 12 servings of fruits and vegetables daily to live at our optimum. How many servings are you having on a daily basis? Are you exercising whatsoever? At some point, it was said that we needed at least 10,000 steps every day in order for our body to function at optimum. And then new research says that this all depends on the body type that you have. That notwithstanding, even if you can do 5,000 a day, you've done a great job. Are you doing even 1,000? Jim Rohn, an American entrepreneur and motivational speaker, admonishes us to take care of our bodies. It is the only place you have to live. So take care of it. Reflect on the questions to score yourself. What does being healthy mean to you right now? How do you want to feel physically each day? That's question number two. Question number three is, what habits support or undermine your energy? Number four, how will better health improve your teaching? Number four, how will better health improve your teaching? Number five, what one small daily action will you commit to for your body? Based on these responses, how do you score your health and fitness? Congratulations. We move on to the second domain, which is intellectual life. The day you stop learning is the day you die. The world is evolving at such dizzying pace that one cannot afford to rest on their laurels. A teacher who learns continues to grow. Intellectual curiosity keeps your teaching relevant and inspiring, and this has been buttressed by a UNESCO 2023 report that says ongoing teaching development raises students' achievement by up to 25%. So, what are you waiting for? The questions to reflect on are: number one, what books or articles will you read this year? It's never too late, it's never too early. What books or articles will you read this year? Number two, what skills or knowledge do you want to acquire? Number three, how can you create space for deep thinking and reflection? Number four, what subjects spark your curiosity outside your profession? Number five, how will learning make you more effective in your classroom? Based on these responses, kindly score your intellectual health. We move on to the third domain, which is emotional health. Emotions drive our behavior. In your case, both yours and your students, and sometimes even the parents. Managing your inner world helps you to manage the classroom much better. Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence in a 2018 survey revealed that emotionally healthy teachers reduce disruptive behavior by up to 20%. Daniel Goleman, an American psychologist and author of Emotional Intelligence, buttresses this notion by stating that emotions drive people and people drive performance. How are your emotions driving you, and how is it driving your students' performance? The 5 questions to reflect on are: one, what emotions dominate your day to day life? What makes you happiest, and how can you nurture it? How do you handle frustration and stress? How do you want to feel during the classroom slump hours? What practices help regulate your emotions? Based on these responses, do score your emotional health now. The next 4 is character, my ever favorite. Character is what you do when nobody is watching, right? Your values define your teaching. Long after lessons fade, students remember your examples and attach meanings to them. Research finding by Gallup in 2020 states that students with teachers they perceive as high in integrity are 2 times more motivated to learn. Character, again, is who and what you are and do when nobody is watching. The questions to reflect upon are: what values do you want to stand for? How do you model integrity in your classroom? What behaviors align or misalign with your values? What do you want your students to say about your example? How will your character influence the next generation? When nobody is watching, when you're not listening, what are people saying about you? Based on this, please respond and score your character. Domain number 5, spiritual life. A spiritual anchor gives resilience, peace, and direction. It shapes how you see life and your work. Pew Research in 2021 discovered that the spiritually active teachers report higher job satisfaction and lower burnouts. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Based on this, what beliefs or practices ground you? How often do you want to pray, meditate, or reflect? That's the second question. Number 3, how does your spirituality help you cope with challenges? Not simply push them under the rug, but really cope with them and resolve them. What spiritual routines can you bring into your daily life? How does your spirituality inspire your teaching and service? Based on your responses, please do score your spiritual life on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. We move on to 6, love and romance. Love brings a lot of balance, joy, and energy into our lives. A strong relationship outside work enhances effectiveness inside work. Harvard study of adult development in 2022 revealed that strong relationships are the number 1 predictor of happiness and long life. A great relationship is about appreciating the similarities and respecting the differences, all the while finding convergence. That's it. What kind of partner do you want to be, not have? but want to be? How are you nurturing your relationships daily? What habits and traditions keep your love alive? Please do share them in the comments so somebody else can learn from it. How are you building both emotional and financial partnerships? How can you prioritize each other despite your busyness? Have some answers? Please do score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Domain number 7, parenting and family. Families shape who we are and who we become. Parenting is your greatest form of leadership. And as teachers, you're not only instructing, you're also parenting in the classroom. Some of us are products of ignorant parenting and sadly transferring same onto our children. UNICEF in 2022 discovered that children with engaged parents perform much better academically and emotionally. Children do as they see us do, not as we tell them to do. Your relationship outside the classroom have a great impact in your classroom. So please do pay attention to that. How were you parented yourself? How are you parenting today? Do you have a great relationship with your siblings, your parents, your spouse, your children? Do you have boundaries? Reflect on the questions. What values do you want to instill in your children and your family, whether it is you have one today or not? How much quality time do you want to spend weekly with them? What parenting or family style reflects your values? What traditions or cultures do you want to pass on? How can your family become a source of joy and not stress? Based on these responses, how do you score your parenting and/or family life? Domain number 8, social networks. Your relationships determine your growth. We've actually looked at this already. So relationships do matter. The right network multiplies your opportunities. Harvard Business Review in 2018 found that 85% of our success in careers come from effective networking. Expand your scope and breadth beyond your comfort zone, which is beyond your subject teaching, your subject area, your teachership. Expand your scope. Have networks across multiple sectors. Know what value you give to each and what you expect from each. After all, your network is your network. And here at Leader Freak, we have benefited greatly from our networks, and we have given greatly to our networks as well. Reflect on these questions. What friendships do you need to grow or let go of? What type of friend do you want to be? Again, not have, but be. What networking opportunities can you leverage this year? How do your relationships impact your well-being and growth? Who in your circle lifts you higher and who holds you back? That's a very important question that we would require or request that you take in a deep breath and out through your mouth, and then answer that question. Who in your circle lifts you higher and who holds you back? Based on these responses, how do you score your social networks? We're getting closer to the 10. 9, financial health. Financial well-being affords us peace and hope for a better future. Bank of Ghana in 2023 reported that 70% of workers have little or no retirement savings. Once upon a time, the financial analyst advised that we have about 6 months of our income stashed away in case of emergencies. COVID-19 proved otherwise. Today, if we're really being honest, we'll need about 2 years buffer to retain a certain level of peace and stability in case of emergencies. It's never about how much you make, it's more about what you're able to retain. Warren Buffett, an American investor, admonishes us not to save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Reflect on the 5 questions. How much do you want to earn or save this year? What habits will you commit to? For example, would you begin to learn to budget and stick to your budget, invest more? What new habits would you like to commit to? What does financial freedom look like for you? How can you use money to create experiences and not just expenses? How will you align money decisions with your values? Based on your responses, please score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Finally, domain number 10, career and business. Your career is your platform to serve and to impact. Aligning it with your strengths make it more fulfilling. LinkedIn Workplace reports that 94% of employees say they would stay longer at workplaces that invest in their growth. We have a little bit of a different opinion. Yes, it would be good to stay there, but don't leave your growth to the human resource department. It is your life after all. Own it, take ownership. Choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life, they say. That said, own your growth. For some of us, you're in a career and you still have a side hustle. So reflect on the questions: what career position or role do you aspire to? What skills will make you more valuable in your work? What projects or initiatives excite you most? How much autonomy and creativity do you want at work? How will your career or business impact society at large? Based on these responses, we would ask you to score your career and business on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest now. That said, this exercise is not to make you feel bad. It's to give you clarity regarding where you are in your life right now as we work towards a blueprint to achieve your goals. What are your scores? What are your scores? Can you average them? What did you get on a scale of 1 to 10? Will your wheels go round and round? You know, there's a nursery rhyme that says the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. Will your wheel go round? Or is it stuck flat on the floor? Don't worry about it at all. What we would ask you to do as a homework assignment, yes, you're the ones who give us homework all the time. Today we want to give you one, is to draw 3 columns. The first one is the domain, the second is the strength, the third is the area of improvement, and do some reflections. Remember, you are never too old, you're never too young to achieve greatness. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. Please do like, subscribe to the channel, and share to as many people as you possibly can. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.